Today's episode is brought to you by Inksided. You brand you.
Uh-oh. Do y'all know what time it is? Do y'all really know what time it is? It's time to grab your popcorn. Grab your best beverage. It's time to relax your ears. Wrestling season has returned, baby.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right. And it's time for your main event. Coming down the aisle, we have the one, Bobby Wrestles. And he is accompanied by the beautiful Mia Moore. This is the main event. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me? How's the audio? Please let me know how the audio is. Folks in the chat, shout out to Anthony Graves, Fandito. How's the audio? I think I may have an echo here. Let me know. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Do you guys hear me well? Yeah, audio echo. Folks, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? All right. We got a super chat, Tantalizing Tony. Yes, bro. Thank you. Shout out to my bro, Tantalizing Tony at the Tantalizing Tony Wrestling Show. Thank you for that. Is the audio still echoing? He says, my bro and sis, the mixed tag team champs of podcasts. Boom. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Thank you so much for that. Folks, good afternoon. Welcome to the All About Wrestling podcast, where we talk about everything wrestling and Impact Sports. We have a show for you today. All right. Please make sure you check out Tantalizing Tony later tonight, folks. He's going to have a Raw watch along live. All right. So you can tune in and you can watch Raw and you can have a party with the podcast champion. I said it. Make sure you check him out. All right. Echo's gone. Cool. Thank you for that. Folks, today we're doing our giveaway, right? We're giving away a t-shirt. All right. So let me see if I can clear this up. Today we are doing our prize wheel, folks. All right. One lucky winner will win a Wrestling Fans Matter t-shirt courtesy of Inksided.com. All right. So if you're unfamiliar with that, this is Inksided.com. You can go there. You can check out all of the designs that we have. Of course, 4th of July is approaching. There's some patriotic stuff, as well as the Ruthless Lala t-shirt, Pretty Fit Collector, Meow More t-shirt. Now, if you click on wrestling, the wrestling category right there, the Wrestling Fans Matter t-shirt, which is for sale. However, like I mentioned before, we are giving away a Wrestling Fans Matter t-shirt to one lucky winner in a few minutes. All right, folks, how you guys doing? How are you guys doing? It's a beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. I'm Bobby Wrestles, and this is the All About Wrestling podcast. Now, it's been already somewhat of a busy week with wrestling. All right, we had AEW with versus New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door. Excellent event. Also, I want to ponder a question I want you guys to think about, all right? Because this week we're gonna deep dive this and we're gonna try to break it down. And I'm always critical about this topic. You know me. My question to everyone, whether you're watching this now or whether you're watching the replay, are wrestling fans fair? And I ask that question because there's been a lot of conversation with myself and my peers about possibly being objective or subjective when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to wrestling organizations, when it comes to the wrestlers themselves. Are wrestling fans fair? We do know that fans are fickle, but can they be objective, right? That's the question. And we're gonna deep dive that later in the week. Not today. My question today, Dominik Mysterio, how great is he? Now we know, and Fandito, you said it, arguably one of the greatest heels currently. We see it, the boos. The boos are incredible. Incredible. You know, even watching from home, you can hear the boos. You can hear how loud they are. You can hear the confusion. You can see it on their faces, on the wrestlers' faces of the Judgment Day, not knowing when to chime in, when to respond to the boos, how long to let the boos happen. Dominik Mysterio is an amazing heel, but how great is he? He's a second-generation wrestler, the son of the great Rey Mysterio. He's also, lest we forget, he's a former WWE Tag Team Champion. So he's already tasted championship gold. He's respected by some, hated by many. But how great is Dominik Mysterio? Tantalizing Tony says he has heat, more heat than CM Punk. How about that? Great point. CM Punk, he's past his return and he has some heat. In fact, he's got boos recently, but however, Tony knows that he's got more heat. Dominik has more heat than CM Punk. It's true. It's damn true. Superfan Johnny says he's gotten a whole lot better than when he was in Ray's shadow, and I agree. But is he in Rhea Ripley's shadow? Or is he a standout? How great is Dominik Mysterio? I'm going to ask that question until you hate me. Perhaps I'll become the biggest heel on YouTube. Perhaps. Because I know the name tastes sour on some of the tips of our tongues as wrestling fans, because perhaps he's given a golden ticket, you know? Or perhaps he hasn't. He is continuing to improve. All right. He's part of the Judgment Day stable. All right. But here's some interesting facts. I had to dive. I had to get this information, this data. You know, I consider myself an analyst because data is important to me, and I come to you with facts. And if I'm unclear about a specific situation or any type of information, I ask for clarity. 2020. If you're unaware, Dominik Mysterio was named Rookie of the Year. This is Pro Wrestler Illustrated, PWI. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? 2021. Out of the top 500 PWI wrestlers, Dominik Mysterio was ranked 147 out of the top 500 wrestlers anywhere. Were you guys aware? Now, I'm just being objective here. You know, I can tell you my opinion if you guys want to hear that. But first, we are objective. This is the Objective Wrestling Podcast, where we deal with facts, data, information. All right? So how great is Dominik Mysterio? Folks, right now, we are going to go to our prize wheel. And this is for the chance to win a free Wrestling Fans Matter t-shirt, folks. Look at the wheel. We got Fandito, Micah Does It, Little Bindo, Captain Ivan, 610, Ellie Underdown, Cash Money Simon, Sean Johns, and Grandma Daisy. Has anybody seen Grandma Daisy? She's MIA, folks. If you see her, tell her we're looking for her. Are you guys ready? I said, are you ready? All right, so for the millions viewing this right now, I think it's time we do this. You ready? All right, let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, Grandma Daisy. The winner. We have a winner, folks. Grandma Daisy, you are our winner for our Wrestling Fans t-shirt. Folks, I have not seen Grandma Daisy for some time. Hopefully she's okay. We're going to reach out to her. You reach out to her. Let her know she won, okay? We can get her size and get her a Wrestling Fans Matter t-shirt. All right. Tantalizing Tony says, Dominic has the pedigree, but he also has his own spin on the character. He does. Recently, he came out as Conan. If you didn't catch it, he had on the black and gray lumberjack with the bandana around his head. Mick Thompson, hello, hello. Hey, Mick. Mick, did you catch the prize, Will? Did you catch it? Grandma Daisy's our winner. Grandma Daisy taking care of her grandson, Bonebreaker. Is that her grandson, Fandito? Now I'm confused. Tony says Grandma Daisy is MIA, putting out an APB. Mick says, where's my t-shirt from my girlfriend, Mi Amor? Wow, she's been tending to her grandson. What's going on with Bonebreaker? What's going on? Is he okay? All right, so we're talking about Dom Dom. Are you excited to see Dom Dom in action? Fendito says Dom isn't in Rhea's shadow. He holds his own with her, but Ray, he had nothing. All right, so perhaps the feud is over for now between Dom Dom and Rey Mysterio. Great storyline. I wish it would have dragged out longer. We see the success that these storylines have had with being long. For example, the Bloodline. No one sees an end in sight. And I've had my prediction. I called SummerSlam next year, post WrestleMania in Philadelphia. Mick Thompson says, where were you yesterday? Pre-show. Well, Mick, we wrestled with this thing called life, you know? And unfortunately, life got a hold of myself and my co-hosts. But we're back. We're back. I mean, you're back. So we thank you for being with us. But my intention is to be on this microphone in front of this camera a lot this week. And next week, I'll be on vacation for 3 weeks. So you're going to see a lot of me via Instagram, via YouTube. You're going to see a lot of us. All right? You will. But how great, Mick, is Dom Dom? Do you hate me yet? Do you hate me for asking a question? Because I'm going to ask it again. How great is Dominic Mysterio? He's a great wrestler. In terms of wrestling, if you compare Dom Dom with Bobby Rassles, oh, he's legendary. Not saying that I haven't gotten in the ring, but, you know, he's training every day. He's got it in his blood. He's a Mysterio. Arguably, some might think that he's a Guerrero, but that's another story for another time, right? Jen, how you doing, Jen? Great to see you. Great to see you. Jen, I had a question. How great is Dominic Mysterio? Mick, I will tell Mi Amor you said hi. I will tell her that you love her. But in terms of loving wrestlers, I mean, his heel work is great. It's outstanding. I want to be in a stadium just so that I can boo him out of the building, or at least try to. Because that's what we want. We want the chaos. And he gets under everyone's skin, and they play on that so much. Jen is awesome. Jen is awesome. Can't wait to see more content from you. That's from Jen. Dominic Mysterio is decent in wrestling. He is. You know, I like him to have more of the wet hair flopping down, so that we can guess if it's sweat or if he just doused the whole bucket of water on his head when he comes out. I don't know. But it's going to be very interesting to see who's Dominic's next opponent. If we can throw out a guess, who's his next feud going to be with? Is it going to be a luchador? Is it going to be a heavyweight? Is it going to be someone that can stand the test of time? Now, Dominic's athleticism has not been put on display in terms of him declaring that he's one of the greatest, right? You know, he hasn't had his big moments at Royal Rumble. We do know in a past Royal Rumble, he eliminated Baron Corbin. And then right immediately after that, he was eliminated by Bobby Lashley, right? So the Rumble, neither here nor there. Money in the Bank. Is he going to have a moment? Some may say he's had a WrestleMania moment, but nah, in my eyes, I don't think so. SummerSlam's around the corner. So there's a lot left. There's a lot for us to see, and he's just getting started. He's just getting started, and the fan reaction is unbelievable. Fedito says he's captured the essence of the crowd. Jen says he's grown into his skill, and he's great at what he does. He is. Do I think he can be better on the mic? Yes, but that's me being subjective. There's no objectivity in that because I don't know. But whenever he tries to grab the microphone, he can't speak because everyone's in tune with who he is and who he's become and his claim to being great, but we haven't gotten it. Perhaps that's it. Perhaps that's the ingredient. The fact that he says he's so great. In fact, Dom is a hardened criminal. Am I right? He's been around the block. Yes, he has. Solitary confinement, gym pop. This is Dom we're talking about. This is Dom. Perhaps when you see Dom, you better have on the right colors. Is this the Dom we're talking about? We have yet to see. Man. Mick says, I see a champion, Dominic Mysterio. Now, what champion? The world champion, United States champion, intercontinental champion. Dom is a good wrestler. Perhaps potentially legendary. He's so young, and he has the potential to be very, very great. I'm not going to say he's very, very great right now because it's unproven. Objectively, analytically, factually, that isn't true. However, subjectively, we all hope to see and be witnesses to a future Mysterio continuing Papa Ray's legacy. Here's a quiz question for anybody in the chat. Rey Mysterio. Why was he Rey Mysterio Jr.? Is there a Rey Mysterio senior wrestler, or is he a junior in the family? That's a question I'd like to ask. Do any of you know? Spoiler alert, I don't. So perhaps you can inform me. See, this is what we do. We dive and we seek data and information, factual information. I am a wrestling fan, but right now, I'm Bobby Rassles. And Bobby Rassles, I gotta come correct. Dom is a hardened criminal, Bobby. Now, Mick says U.S. champion. I would like to see that. I think he'd be a great U.S. champion. I'd like to see him even as an intercontinental champion. So how great is Dominic Mysterio? So that's the question. Think about that. Ponder. Because all week we're going to be talking about this. We're going to be deep diving. Jen says she's got to make money for the super chats. Jen's at work doing something. She's grinding, folks. She's grinding. So yeah, please hit the likes. Thanks for coming in, folks. The question I asked earlier, are wrestling fans fair? Don't answer it. Don't answer it. We're going to save that. We're going to save that for our next episode. Are wrestling fans objective? Are wrestling fans fair? There's been several incidents recently where that question popped into my mind from a barrage of ex-wrestling organization participants that have came out the woodwork continuously and made negative comments about specific wrestling organizations nonstop, but they don't have a job. And I can go on and on, and you probably have some understanding of who I'm talking about, but ex-managers, ex-producers, ex-owners that come out and they say, oh, I don't like this, or I don't like that, or I don't like this. Well, does your opinion matter to me? Or are you trying to influence the masses? See, that's the jux, We know wrestling fans are fickle, and depending on how many signs and symbols we are being force-fed subliminally may influence what we think. That's why we have to remain objective. So are we fair? Because if it's just an opinion over and over and over again, honestly, I'm not really interested. Unless we're having a conversation, a deep conversation, a conversation. But when it comes to the facts, you got to come correct. Show me respectfully the data. Fandito says he wrestles as the original Ray. Our Ray had to fight to earn the right to don the Mysterio mask. Stay there, Johnny. Stay there. This is a story that goes back, and I'm not completely clear on the facts, but I've heard there was a Rey Mysterio mask, and the name had to be fought for to continue to carry that legacy. Am I correct? Rey Mysterio Sr., he came out before Rey Mysterio Jr., who had to earn the right to wear his mask. Interesting. And then he says he was Ray's uncle. McThompson says, how about a Bobby Rassel's Tantalizing Tony partnership YouTube channel? That'd be great. But we work together. That's my brother. We work together, all right? And I'm pretty sure a lot of you follow him. A lot of you follow me. I follow him. He follows me. That's what we do. We support each other. Superfan Johnny over here with the facts. Mysterio Sr. was Rey Mysterio Jr.'s uncle, and it was he who christened Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey Mysterio. So he's the man with the wrench, folks, in that chat. Taking care of stuff. We appreciate you. McThompson showing love. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so I just wanted to stir the pot. I wanted to come in and I wanted to make you think, because we're always witnesses to the next great thing. And right now, perhaps we have to acknowledge Dom. You know? I'm not going to say who's your poppy. We know Rhea's the mommy. Who's your mijo? Son? I don't know. But that's it. I just wanted to come in here and talk to you guys about that. Folks, tonight, make sure you check out the Tantalizing one. Tantalizing Tony will be live with a Raw watch-along. So make sure you go to his channel. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Raw is tonight, folks. It is Monday, the start of the week. And we got wrestling many days, and you're going to see me many times again. Read this comment. Dom didn't need a mask because he's yet to earn the mask. In Lucha Libre rules, you have to prove you are worthy of the mask. Interesting. Interesting. All right, folks. Check us out. Perhaps I'll pop in tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon, folks. 1 week till vacation, hours till Raw, and tantalizing Tony. So stay tuned.